Previously, I had shown how you can use a Zimaboard 2 as a simple DIY NAS, but I wanted to benchmark it and see how the Intel N150 performs on this board. Starting with the CPU test, I ran Geekbench Test to test the CPU performance, in which it calculates prime numbers up to 20,000 for every 100,000 requests. This board completed the task in about 24 seconds, processing about 4170 requests per second. Now comparing it with other boards like the Radxa X4, which has an Intel N100, it performs pretty much the same. To check the memory performance, I ran the memory bandwidth test and I got about 7500 megabytes per second for mem copy, while for block copy I got about 9800 megabytes per second, which in comparison to the Radxa X4, the memory access performance was much better. I also ran tiny membench test where I saw lower results for CFIL, while for memset it performs slightly higher than the Radxa Dragon Q6A, which also makes use of an LPDDR5 RAM. Now this is because the memory is accessed using 64-bit bus size and hence we get higher throughput. I also ran Geekbench Test and I got a score of 1235 for single core and 2980 for multi-core performance, which in comparison to the Radxa X4 I saw similar results, while being slightly lower for multi-core performance test when compared to the Radxa Dragon Q6A. I further tested the 2.5 gigabit Ethernet speeds using iPerf3 and I was able to get easily about 2.35 gigabit speeds for uploads and downloads on both the ports. I also tested the USB 3.0 ports with an NVMe to USB adapter and I could see it connected to the 10,000 bus size, indicating USB 3.1 Gen 1 speeds. Now I also wanted to run some AI models on it and see how the CPU responds. I ran Qwen 3 8 billion parameter model using Ollama, and on asking a question, it used the CPU to evaluate the prompt at about 6.4 tokens per second, while for evaluation it was about 4.26 tokens per second. Now I'll be soon launching a platform on which you can compare all single board computers and see how they stack up against each other in a single window. So follow me on Twitter as well as subscribe to this channel to see more updates about it. Now my take on the Zimaboard 2 is that if you want something passively cooled to run your home server with the flexibility to run any generic OS or any application that is available for Windows or Linux, then this would be the option to go for. You can buy the Zimaboard 2 along with the whole 2-bay NAS kit to run your own local storage to keep your data private without any kind of subscription. I have shown an entire DIY NAS setup and how it performs in a video that I have linked somewhere here as well as into the description below. Now, if you like to see such videos, make sure to subscribe to the channel as well as hit that like button for more such videos to come. Now, you can support my work via Patreon or you could just buy me a coffee. Till then, take care and I will see you in my next one.